They say the sea belongs to no one, but for centuries, men claimed it as their empire. Women were told to stay silent, stay hidden, stay small. But some refused. They cut their hair, stole weapons, and boarded ships to carve their own destiny. In the early 1700s, when piracy ruled the Caribbean, a young Irish woman named Bonny fled a life she never wanted. Her father disowned her, her husband bored her, and the sea called her louder than anyone else ever had. And disguised herself as a man, joined a pirate crew, and quickly proved she didn't need anyone's permission. Fierce, loud, and unafraid, she fought beside her lover, the infamous Calico Jack Rackham, and earned the respect of every man aboard. Her secret didn't last long. When another woman joined the crew, and discovered that this young man was also a woman, Mary Red. Instead of rivalry, it sparked something else, a powerful bond that terrified their enemies. Mary's story was just as wild. She had spent her youth pretending to be a boy to claim her dead brother's inheritance. She served in the army, fought in wars, and survived battles where most men fell. When peace came, she turned pirate because peace, for her, was just another kind of death. Together, Anne and Mary became unstoppable. Witnesses said they were braver than any man, charging first into fights, pistols blazing, screaming curses that would make the devil blush. In one battle, when their ship was surrounded by government soldiers, the men hid below deck. Only Anne and Mary fought to the end. Before being captured, and shouted down the hatch, if you'd fought like men, you wouldn't hang like dogs. Both women were captured and sentenced to hang in Jamaica. But when the day came, they revealed they were pregnant and the court delayed their execution. No one knows what became of them. Some say they escaped. Others say they disappeared into history, leaving behind only fire and legend. But Anne and Mary weren't the only women to rule the waves. Across the world, in 19th century China, another rose to power, a woman who commanded the largest pirate fleet in history. Her name was Ching Shih. Once a poor prostitute, she married a pirate captain and turned his ragged band into an empire. When he died, she took command, and under her, the Red Flag fleet grew to over 300 ships and 20,000 men. She ruled with intelligence and ruthlessness. Her code was law: stealing from villagers was punished by death, desertion by beheading. She created discipline among chaos, a queen of the sea feared by emperors. When China's navy failed to stop her, they offered her a deal, a full pardon and the right to keep her fortune. She accepted, retired, and opened a gambling house. Ching Shih died an old woman, rich, powerful, and undefeated, something no other pirate in history could claim. These women lived in a world that tried to erase them. They disguised themselves to survive, fought to be heard, and proved that courage knows no gender. They didn't ask for freedom, they took it, one cannon shot at a time. Their names became whispers in taverns, then legends, then ghosts carried by the wind over endless waves. When you hear the word pirate, you might picture a man with a beard and a sword. But somewhere, between the wind and the water, are the forgotten voices of women who lived louder, burned brighter, and sailed farther than anyone dared to imagine. And Bonny, Mary Red, and Ching Shih, three names that history almost buried. But the sea remembers. It always remembers. And when the waves crash under the moonlight, and the wind howls through the sails, maybe, just maybe, they're still out there laughing, fighting, and sailing free.